This is News 10 Good Morning.
And a good morning to you. It is Tuesday, it's September 3rd. I'm Kiba Arnold.
And I'm Jeff Maher in for Dan Elliott. And all the talk this morning, at least here at the station, was of all that wild weather we saw, Rob. And we've had a lot of pictures come in, too, from viewers about lightning strikes and all sorts of crazy weather events from last night.
Yeah, exactly. We depend on you, our viewers, to send us some of the best images. You know, it's never been any easier to capture some of these images.
Today, Tuolumne County schools are back open as crews continue to make progress against the rim fire burning in and around Yosemite National Park. That fire is growing slightly again to more than 235,000 acres, but CAL FIRE now says it has 75% containment. Still, 5,500 structures are threatened, and the smoke from that fire, well, it went to Yosemite over the weekend, and that's something that people are still dealing with. More than 4,300 firefighters are helping battle the flames.
Time now to the crisis in Syria. The issue remains front and center for President Obama, who leaves today for Sweden, then Russia, and the G20 summit.
That's right. The White House is in full lobbying mode, making the case for targeted military action in Syria. ABC's Taman Bradley is in Washington with the latest.
Before departing tonight for Sweden, President Obama will push members of Congress to back military action in Syria.
And there's been another development this morning. Israel's defense ministry says they completed a missile launch in the Mediterranean. It was a joint test with the U.S. It's unclear right now whether that test was planned ahead of time or if it's related to this ongoing crisis in Syria.
And as the president turns to Congress for military action there in Syria, some say it sets up the most vital foreign policy vote since the 2002 authorization of the Iraq War.
The spotlight now shifts over to lawmakers who will certainly have their votes scrutinized. News 10's Chris Wynn is live at the state capitol with the details. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning to you, Jeff and Kiba. Reporting live this morning here in Sacramento, I'm Chris Wynn, News 10. Back to you.
A lot of difficult decisions to make in the days ahead.
Come Monday. All right, yeah. Chris, thank you for that. He caught a 723.5-pound gator.
That's scary. And
Wow.
some of our weather was a bit scary, too. In fact, this is possibly the best picture of all of our rain coverage captured in the skies over Folsom, thanks to Brittany Butler snapping a shot of this bolt of lightning just at the right time. You know, Rob, around 8 p.m. last night when the lightning was flashing outside of my windows, I almost called you because I was shaking in bed. I was terrified. I needed some comfort from our meteorologist.
More like under the bed, Jeff. But, you know, honestly, I'm sure a lot of pets were terrified yesterday because of lightning and some kids. I'm gonna barbecue, I'm gonna do everything. I just need some hot, sunny weather to do it. It didn't happen yesterday, so we're gonna have 3 chances. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's gonna be hot, it's gonna be sunny, it's gonna be maybe too hot for some of us, but at least we have this upcoming weekend to get those Labor Day plans back on track.
Okay, so start planning now.
Exactly, and it's not on Labor Day, but you know what? This is the last gasp of summer. We still have one more weekend of that.
All right,
Rob. So just soak up the little rain that we had and brace for hotter temperatures.
You know, anytime we get rain, we'll take it. The timing, unfortunate, but we'll take it.
All right.
Rob, thanks. You know, our other big story besides the aftermath of the storm was, of course, the new Bay Bridge. It cost $6.4 billion. It had its share of problems, but now it's open and ready for commuters.
Yeah, so after the closure over the Labor Day weekend, the bridge opened a few hours ahead of schedule. That was very late last night. News 10's Courtney Karlmark has more.
Good morning, Jeff and Kiba. It's been a successful opening of the new portion of the Bay Bridge out here this morning.
Apple stores are launching a new trade-in program on Friday. It's going to allow customers to trade in their working older model iPhones for a discount on a new handset, but you may want to hold off on this until the company makes its next iPhone announcement. That's scheduled for a week from today. The Wall Street Journal reports Apple will give you a credit of up to $280, which will need to be used on a new iPhone. All
right, well, the start of the new school year is certainly a good time to revisit your plans for saving for a child's college education.
We don't have to worry about this. No kids in college, but you know, a lot of people do have concerns with costs and whether you need to save more or you're not saving at all. Karen Kafa has tips to get you on the right track in today's Consumer Watch.
How do families pay for college?
Well, coming up next on News 10 at 9, we weren't the only ones that saw a bit of a soggy conclusion to the holiday weekend. The wet weather actually hit parts of the East Coast as well. Not good for barbecues. Welcome back. Checking what's trending this morning. Here's a look at what you're clicking on News10.net. A DUI stop in Oakdale early Friday morning led officers to a Brutal case of animal abuse. The story has drawn plenty of response on our website from concerned viewers. A demonstration by a Lodi police officer was interrupted by a gunshot when a small child reached up and caused the officer's weapon to discharge. The officer suffered a flesh wound and the department is still investigating. And of course, yesterday's surprising rain caused many of you to send in some fantastic pictures and video of what was happening in your neighborhood. We put up that gallery that you can see right now, along with all those stories we just mentioned, on News10.net.
So certainly the rain and overcast skies out there slowed down many barbecues here in the valley, but we weren't the only ones who saw summer just disappear for the day.
It happened all over the place. Labor Day celebrations gave way to heavy rain and even some flooding for many along the East Coast. Indra Peterson has the story.
My neighbor's door had blew off the hinges.
Now, despite some spectacular flops, Hollywood's summer concluded with a record $4.7 billion in box office revenue. The summer movie season closed out yesterday as The Butler pulled in $20 million, edging out boy band concert film One Direction, which took in $18 million from Friday to Monday. It was a positive note to end the summer for Hollywood. More than ever before, the industry packed the summer months with big budget blockbusters that ranged from the hugely successful Iron Man 3 to the disastrous The Lone Ranger.
Was it that bad?
I didn't see it.
Okay.
I just read the reviews, and it was pretty bad. Not as badly reviewed as that Selena Gomez film. We're not going to be seeing that.
I'm not going there.
Today's app of the day allows your kids to pack their own back-to-school lunches. La La Lunchbox lets you set up a virtual lunchbox for your child. Then they click on different fruits, veggies, proteins, and snacks that they want in their lunch. Whatever they pick is added to a grocery list to make things easier for mom or dad. La La Lunchbox is 99 cents for the iPhone and iPad. If you've got an app you love, email us goodmorning@news10.net. Rob, I hope that app has a decline button so that when the kids are putting in requests for ding dongs and Fruit Loops, you can just say, nope, we're going to go with broccoli.
Not broccoli for lunch.
No, we don't want that. Now for a check on the news and more updates, we'll go back to Kiba and Jeff.
Well, thanks, Rob. We've actually got sports coming up next, and the A's got another huge win, plus the Oakland Raiders announced their starting quarterback. The sports page is next.
And now, the AT&T UVerse sports page.
Well, the A's are off to another great start in September. They were tied with the Rangers 2-2 in the fifth when Coco Crisp came up to the plate.
Coco hits one to left. Down the line, it is a home run.
He was a little unsure at first, but watch again. You'll see that ball actually touches the foul pole in the left. The entire pole is considered fair, so if the ball hits any part of it, it is a fair ball. Umps used instant replay. They got the call right. A's win 4-2. The A's and the Rangers are now tied for first place in the American League West. In San Diego, Giants and Padres, Barry Zito is in a bit of a slump. He loses his 8th straight decision. Zito has now only won one game in his last 20 starts. The Padres beat the Giants 4-1. The Oakland Raiders will kick off their season this coming Sunday at Indianapolis against the Colts, and with Terrell Pryor as their starting quarterback. Raiders head coach Dennis Allen making that announcement yesterday. Matt Flynn was the odds-on favorite to be the starting QB for the Raiders, but he and Terrell both struggled throughout the preseason, maybe Flynn even more so than Pryor. So for a second year in a row, Flynn loses the starting job to a guy with less experience. In a rare night for college football, the Florida State Seminoles were led to victory by their freshman quarterback, Jameis Winston, against Pittsburgh. Winston threw for 4 touchdowns and ran for a 5th. He was nearly flawless, completing 25 of 27 and 365 yards on the night. It was also Pitt's debut into the ACC. Florida State comes away with the win 41-13. And turning to golf and the final round of the Deutsche Bank Championship from just outside of Boston. With chips out of the bunker like this, you knew it was going to be a good day. Heinrich Stenson shoots 22 under to win by 2 strokes over Steve Stricker. And in tennis, Roger Federer upset at the U.S. Open in straight sets by Tommy Robredo. Federer made 43 unforced errors. He fails to reach the U.S. Open quarterfinals for the first time since 2003. That is your sports page. Coming up next on News 10 at 9, this could be an invasion of your privacy. The pros and cons of what's called life logging. Not sure if there's any pros, but that's coming up after the break. It's called Memito. The device clips to a shirt pocket around the necklace chain, takes photos every 30 seconds nonstop. the photos are geotagged and will autocorrect to an upright photo no matter which way you're aimed. The cost of the device is under $300, and that includes 1 year of the company's life logging cloud service. So basically, you are constantly taking pictures everywhere you go, every 30 seconds. It's uploading to whatever social media sites you prefer. And I know we were going to talk about the pros of this, but I can't really think of any except for maybe documentation of certain incidents. We see a lot of that with dashboard cam.
But here's the problem: if it's here, you're taking photos of others. Like,
what if they don't want to be part of this?
Right? Exactly. Leave me out of it.
It's an invasion of privacy, and honestly, I see a lot of people leaving Facebook because of this sort of thing. Too many posts about things. And
oversharing.
A photo for every 30 seconds? I don't know.
Rob, you're going for it?
No way.
All right.
Get you in the legal hot water in a hurry.
See you back here for News 10 Midday. Have a good one.
Our lives are not that exciting.
News 10 is everywhere you want to be.